Hello everyone to Tech Safari and welcome to the Coding Safari Swift for an iOS 12. And today we'll play with some for loops. So first off, let's open our Xcode default project. And so for loops are basically used when we have an array or a list of items and we want to loop through them, or we want to keep running some piece of code till all the objects in this array or group of objects are done. We'll get a clear idea once we go for an example. First, let me print my favorite foods array list. So if I had to print each and every variable in that, it would take me a lot of time. I would have to say print my favorite food 0, print my favorite food 1, and like that until the last one. Because here we have very few objects in that, it's going to be very easy. But suppose if we had a very large data set, then it would be very difficult. So during that time is when we use a for loop. We could use a single for loop to loop through all the objects in this array and do a specific command on them. So instead of writing this much long code, I could just say uh, for these many objects in this, print that. So for loops are used to loop through a specific array and perform a specific function on each of the object in that particular array, or set of numbers or set of variables, something like that. It could also we could also for loop on a dictionary. So let's just loop through the array and let's try to print each one of the object or string here in this case. So we just do it using for my favorite food, my favorite, okay, my favorite food in my favorite food, and we give the opening and closing parentheses, and in the opening and closing parentheses we just give print my favorite food. So here my favorite food in the first loop would be eclair, next it would be mayo sandwich, next it would be pizza, next it would be burger, next it would be paneer butter masala. So our main objective was to print each and every object. So if you just give print my favorite food, then it would print all the objects in the uh, array, as that my favorite food variable will take the object, each object at a particular time in a particular order as defined. So now let's run the project. And we should have eclair mayo sandwich pizza, eclair mayo sandwich pizza, burger, paneer butter masala printed in our logs. Why those first three terms came two times? Because we even gave the separate print commands above, and the app is up and running, and we have it as expected. So that's if you want to loop through an array, I could say my favorite food is, and we could then string concatenate with that with the object, and that would say my favorite food is eclairs, my favorite food is mayo sandwich, my favorite food is pizza, my favorite food is burger, my favorite food is paneer butter masala. So we'll wait for the app to run. We'll just delete that above lines. Just comment that out. Yeah, better. And as you can see, we have the. We'll just run the project again. But as you can see in the logs, we have as expected. We'll just run it once again. So we only get the for loop statements which have been printed to logs. As you can see here, we have all the various print statements as expected. So that is if we had to loop through an array. Say now I want to loop through few numbers, a group of numbers. Yeah, so I could just say for some starting number index, I say for index number in I could say 0 dot dot some final number, say 10. Yeah, and I could give my opening and closing parenthesis, and I could just say print index number, and that would just print me 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Oops, yeah, just let me see what's it. Okay, it's just problem is I had an extra dot and a space. We just fix that. So you could manually fix it, or if you did not understand how to fix it, you could just click on this button there. That would automatically fix the issue. Yeah, just so you could just click on the fix button, and that would fix the issue. It was just that I had so many dots in the middle. And now to my logs, it should print 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. And as expected, we have 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So that is if we had to loop through a group of numbers and get a particular value. I could even do some function or operator on this index number, and presently it would now return me the multiples of 10. That would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Yeah, I think I added that particular number, so yeah, it would remember that. I meant that it will add 10 to each number, so 1 0 plus 10 0, and in a similar way it will go into 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. So in a similar way it added 10 to each and every number from 0 to 10. So that's useful when we go for that. Now let's see on a dictionary if we had to run a for loop. Now let's write our for loop. Say my favorite field, comma, number of items, and we need to give that in a bracket. And in a similar way we can just define our print statement that would print the item name and its respective number. Let's just, yeah, as you can see, it has successfully printed paneer butter masala 10, burgers 30, mayo sandwich 10, I think, pizza 25, eclairs 20. So that is if you had to loop through a dictionary. So play around with for loops. In the next video we'll meet again.